G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 7 of a Gunslinger Purifier playthrough, where at the end of the last episode I mentioned that I was going to go and do a little bit of farming off screen, and one of the targets was Golis. Now I have done a little bit more farming. I was hoping to get a new helmet, and I did indeed get a new helmet. Now this one's not amazing, but double the armor means I'm going to put that on, so then these two I mean, they're also not great, and they have less armor, so I'm not going to use those. But this one is good enough for now. I also went and killed Oroprax a couple of times, and I ended up with this amulet, which is considerably better than this one, so we're going to use that as well. I happened to find these gloves just on the floor right next to Oroprax. I think, actually, Oroprax dropped these. And yeah, these are better than what I'm currently wearing, so we'll go ahead and chuck those on. I don't think... maybe we can wear those. We'll see. We'll see about the pants. I'm not sold on these. That's a lot of resistances to lose, but we'll see. And the other one that I went and farmed a little bit was Golis. And so here's one of the rings I found, which... you know, if I was playing a pet build, this would be okay. It's not great. It's not something I'm going to use for this build, but I thought I'd hang on to it just to kind of show it off. I've also found this one, which is level 36, which is not great, but decent resistances, some offensive ability, good stats on it. I'll probably end up using this one. I found Warding of Scorched Ends. Now, the Warding is like, I think that's the Aether and the Chaos res there. Those are quite low, so I'm not. I don't really care about that. But hey, Fireball proc. I'll probably use that one as well. Then this ring was one I just found while I was running around. I can't even remember where I picked this up, but Poison and Elemental is not a bad thing to have on a ring with health, energy, offensive, and defensive abilities. So this is a decent little ring. And then I also found this one, which, well, let's be honest, it's not very good. 7 cold damage is basically worthless, though the attack speed is nice. I'm not going to wear that one. So let's chuck that in the get rid of you pile, and we'll hang on to these ones for now. I don't think there's any real need to keep that either. Okay, so with that said, let's go and collect our components, and let's put those back on. So we'll keep that add-on. That's going to go back on my amulet. Do I even need to keep that? Unholy Inscription. I do need those resistances. You know what, I'll hang on to that, and we'll just use the other one. That'll be fine. And then, do I need poison? Not really, but there's nothing else to go there. And frankly, I don't care about that helmet. So, upgraded a little bit. I would like to get a new chest piece. This one is level 22. That's considerably out of date. Same with these pants. The armor on them is okay, but they are still level 22. Boots 21. There's a lot to upgrade. However, we are quite close to level 35, and once we get to level 35, there will be some faction reputation items we can use. So, I wasn't intending to do this quest, but since I'm here, may as well. And as long as I've just put on the Lucar's set at home, we may as well go back to Homestead and turn in a whole bunch of quests. And, well, I'm here, so I'm going to buy his potions as well. Okay, so a little bit of a run around and collect ridiculous amounts of XP time. So there's level 34. If I can get to 35, then there are a few other things I want to do. Okay, we will be siding with Brother Moltaire here with the Kaiman's Chosen, because they have a couple pieces of gear. Honestly, it's not a big deal for these guys. Whether you side with the Death's Vigil or the Kaiman's Chosen, it's not going to make a huge difference. But I just want to have the option of a few pieces of reputation gear that happen to come from Kaiman's. I don't even know if I'm going to use them yet, but it's good to have the option. And then the last one we have to pick up is from Scoutmaster What's-His-Face. And obviously we don't do the Cannons quest, so I'll leave that alone. But we can talk to Dela Thornsbury here. And we can tell her that we definitely did not read her diary, pinky swear. Alright. Now that that's sorted, a couple of levels. Now, hang on, who was it? Let me just double check who this was. Okay, so Malachi 1381 actually mentioned that getting more points into Vindictive Flame could be a good deal. And I had been looking at this for a while, and he's right, because the total speed, 123, is only going to get us 3% though. So I do want to put points in here, but I think getting Aura of Censure up is probably the way to go. And the other thing I was thinking is 1 point in Arcane Empowerment. So maybe we kind of go halfway and get a couple points in this, because this is a decent chunk of regen as well. It's not hugely defensive, it's more offensive, which is fine. What was the other thing? Steel Resolve could also be good. I don't know. I think for now I'm just going to stick to the plan, but thank you for the tip regardless, and you're probably correct. That's probably a good idea, but yeah, I'm going to stick to the plan for now. Alright, let's get rid of some of this rubbish. Oh, I need to get this back because bleeding resist. Okay. We'll go do that. I'm not sure if I'm going to hang on to the Marauder set, even if I get 4 pieces of it. If I had the whole set, I still don't think it's actually worth using. So maybe we just vendor that. What is our attack speed actually, now that I'm thinking about it? Where are we? Is it in character? It is. Attack speed 114, so 200% is the cap, so more is always going to be better up to that point, and we are nowhere near that point, so definitely could be worth getting. I don't need that anymore either.
Hey, got any more scrap metal?
What do we got? Oh, that was the other thing I was going to do. I have another Devil Touched. Yeah, I have another Devil Touched ammo, so I'm going to put that on my other gun. And at level 35 we'll actually get access to the upgraded guns, so that'll be a big boost to damage. We do have Respected with Homestead, so we'll be able to do that, which will be good. Which one was it? This one here. Flint Core, no more. And there we go, a little bit of extra damage. And we may as well keep the Ward Stone as well. Right, resistances are not great. You know, I don't think I need that Aether Stone as much as I need this Ward Stone. Ideally I would like another one. Resistances are not good, shall we say. Let me see, so that would be fine. If I could swap that out for something with something like that, or that would be great. So I just need to go and get some more levels. Okay, where are we up to for quests? Basically, right side of Homestead, so let's get started on that. Since I've spent, what's that, 10 minutes or so waffling? Let's go ahead and get started. Now, Chaos Res is capped, well over cap, which is good. So we should be alright on this side. They're also going to do vitality damage, which we are not capped on. Which could be better, but having said that, with 70-ish% vitality res and also 80% chaos res, I'm not hugely worried about these guys killing me. I probably should be, but I'm not. I think we'll be fine. Okay, so more or less we'll just continue on here. I'm going to go and talk to Kaiman's Chosen as well, because I can get XP from them. Did I take... yes, good. And what I need at the moment is level 35, or 36 would be ideal. And the way we do that is by doing quests and by talking to, or not talking to, but shooting cult members. So let's go in here and we'll talk to these guys. And we may as well chuck these on just to get that little bit of extra XP. And we will gather their seals for them, no worries. Okay. Right, so in this next area there is a devotion shrine, which I want. There is a bunch of Death's Vigil, which is going to be doing cold damage, which of course is one of the low resistances. That's kind of why I was worried about elemental stuff. We have to find... is it Bloodlord Bolvar or something or other? Bolvar anyway, we gotta kill him. That's gonna be one of the quests for
That skill's not ready.
Kaiman's. What else we got out here? A bunch of tomes, or totems rather, which I'll probably try and do most of them. Have to get the dog tags as well. Let's see, I've just done a complete run around there and found a dead end, so that's always fun. I can see that one of the totems is going to be in the secret area next to the mill, and I can see the other one has just shown up there. Looks like it's going to be near the devotion shrine. So we'll go and do both of those. I'm not going to say I'm super powerful against Chthonians, but I'm definitely not particularly weak to them. You can see I'm not even standing in the Inquisitor's circle, and we're doing okay. We're doing okay. So let's just spend a second here. Get a couple of circles down just so we can run around a little bit if needed. Put one over there. Okay. And this should be as simple as just shooting fish in a barrel. Now that I've said that, it's not going to be, obviously. Not too bad, not too bad. What do we get? Storm's Edge and a Serenity Stone. So Storm's Edge is a one-handed axe, which is no good. Serenity Stone is an amulet, which actually looks really bad, even for the class... what would that be? That'd be... Tactician to use both of those? Even for whatever class would make use of all of those skill points, that looks pretty bad. This ring, am I going to use that? I don't think I am. I'll hang on to it for a little bit, and then that way I can sell it later. Okay, OCD satisfied. I can stop moving stuff around in the inventory now. We could go into the Chthonic Rift here, but I don't think I'm going to. I don't have the quest from the Rovers for that yet. You need Honoured. And I don't have that, so I think I'm going to leave that for now. I haven't also picked up any Seals of Binding, so I can't activate this, unfortunately. Maybe one of these guys will have one. Hey, speak of the devil. I know that gun. That gun pattern, as it were. Okay, so Bolvar is the target of one of the quests for the Kaiman's Chosen, so we will take him out. Very, very slowly. That's fine, he's gonna go down. And... okay. That's the end of him. Now, the guns you get from them, I don't think I'm going to use. So none of them are actually better. However, they're not awful either. But I'm not going to use them. We have some much better ones coming up. Doomforged Breastplate. Ordinarily, I would say this is not a good thing to wear. However, looking at the current chest piece I have, yeah, I'm going to wear it. I need the armor, and honestly, this is quite low in the armor department as well, so I would like even more armor if possible. However, it doesn't look like it's going to happen, so we'll just take what we can get, I guess. Alright, so I need three more, I think. I think 3 more. Seals of Binding for the quest. Let's actually have a look at the quest log. I'll be able to tell you exactly how many I need. Yep, so I need 3 more Seals of Binding. I need 3 more dog tags for the Black Legion. And I need to continue through the Bloodgrove. There's one of my dog tags, which is nice. As with any quest drops like that, if you get extras, just keep them in your bank, and you can use them in Elite. You can also, if you want to, for some strange reason, you can refresh your client, so exit to main menu, come back in, do this whole area again, and you can get all 15 of these, and then you will just never need to come back here, except for, passing through. As soon as you get the quest in Elite and Ultimate, you'll be able to turn it in straight away. Personally, I think that's a little bit of a waste of time. But if that's something you're interested in, then that's something you can do.
Yeah.
Okay. So I need Seals of Binding. And I also need to get a couple more dog tags. I think once I have the dog tags, I'll probably move on. And we can go clear the mill. Hopefully we'll get, well, there's 2 Seals of Binding, which is beautiful. Alright, we're done. So I just need 1 more dog tag, and then we're going to go do a little bit of shopping, which everyone should be super excited about. No one's excited about shopping, let's be honest. Even I'm not excited, and I'm the one who's getting new gear. Okay, where are we? Here's the last one. Okay, so I've already picked up the Bloodgrove Rift there. Let's head back to Homestead, because Homestead has some new boots and gloves for me. Although having said that, these gloves are actually not too bad. 1, 2, 3. So we'll talk to Captain Soma. There's 35, okay. At this point, I don't really need the bonus XP. 35 is the one I was looking for. And 1, 2, you know what, I will put 1 point in there. So I'm looking at the, actually looking at that elemental damage and thinking maybe I want to put more than 1 point in there. I think Aura of Censure first, then back to Demolitionist. Okay. So, level 35 means we get access to the faction reputation gear from the base game factions at Respected. That's a little bit of a mouthful, but basically what it means is Homestead, Rovers, and Devil's Crossing, and Kaiman's, if you have Respected with them, which I don't, you will have access to the first tab here, and all of the gear is level 35. So, we have, if you have a look at that, we have new guns. Now, this is obviously not amazing, and actually looking at it, it's kind of bad, because the double barrel pistols have +2 to fire strike on them, and that +6 damage per second in the offhand and -18 damage per second if equipped doesn't know about the fact that I'd be losing the fire strike levels. So, I'm not going to use those, especially considering they're 13,500 each. I'm just going to walk away from those. But I am going to buy these boots. And we'll chuck those on. So swapped out some resistances and some spirit for some health, which I'm okay with, so I'm pretty happy with that trade. The gloves I may not end up using. Where are the other ones? Here we go. So these gloves are actually pretty good armor now that I'm looking at them. The defensive ability I don't really care about. Pierce resist. Well, Pierce and Chaos, they're both capped, so this would be okay. I would basically be trading the insight proc for a little bit of health and some armor, which is honestly not an awful trade. I do want Sanctified Bone. And I'll want some other things here as well later on, but I think that's it for now. I am going to be going into the secret shop and looking for some blueprints as well. I really expected this revolver to be better. I didn't need it to be amazingly better, but I needed it to be better than a level 15 crafted gun. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen, so that's alright. That's alright, just means I have to find the blueprint. Alright, what do we got? Slay Karoz, go turn that in, and clear out the mill. Alright. So I didn't end up using the gloves. Do I have a Mark of the Traveler here? I do. We'll take that. Just get a little bit more move speed. It's probably not quite capped. Okay. Yeah, right. Well, that was disappointing. I was actually looking forward to those guns. The other things I was looking forward to is in Devil's Crossing, they have a helmet, which has an elemental seal proc on it. Unfortunately, it's a helmet, which means we would have to take off the incendiary cask, which is huge amounts of damage on Fire Strike. And yeah, I can't do that. So it would be a downgrade in armor as well. Unfortunate. Devil's Retribution gun here, obviously no good for us. And do we actually pick up this one? I think that looks like it's a yes. Yeah, I'm going to put that on for sure. Just that extra armor alone isn't worth it. Okay. So we'll head out, we'll do probably Darkvale Gate, and then I may... Actually, I may stop him in between, because I really want that, the gun recipe from Bolvar's shop, so I might have to pause in the middle of the episode and do a little bit of shopping. But we'll see how we go. I'll just poke my head up there and see if it's there already. I don't think it will be, but maybe I'll get lucky.
We can't do that yet.
So, just through here, we have access to the secret shop in the Blood Grove. It's a bit of an open secret, I think most people know about it, but just in case you didn't, now you do. And here is Benevold, who I think I've been calling Bolvar for a little bit. And what has he got? Witch Stalker, which is a one-handed chaos gun, and the skeleton key, which is not what I wanted. So, unfortunate. But, actually, you know what? I am going to pause it here. So I'll show you what I'm about to do, and then I'll pause recording and bring you back when I've found the blueprint I want. Basically, the idea is you rift away from the shop you want to reset, and I'm going to just check some jewelry over here. Maybe I'll find something good. Maybe there's, I don't know, a pair of shoulders with some nice stuff on it. There isn't, but, you know, gave me something to do. So you rift away for about 10 seconds, give or take. If you don't go away for long enough, it won't reset the shop. And the longer you go for, obviously, the longest that this is going to take. So you rift away, you come back, and now you should have a new blueprint. And I think the skeleton key is always there. So I'm going to do this for a little while, just so you can see how long it takes. Here I am at 5 hours 43 minutes. And I will bring you back here when I have the blueprint that I want. So I'll see you shortly. Alrighty, welcome back. And it is now, what, 5 hours 56, so I think this is about 10, maybe 15 minutes. And I have found the recipe. However, there is a little bit of a fly in the ointment. That being that this requires player level 37, so I'm going to have to level up a little bit more. But this is basically just a higher level version of the double barrel pistol. Yes, I'm going to buy that. The other thing I did while I was waiting in town is I swapped over one of the Golus's rings, and I will probably put this one on instead of the Slith primal ring once I have the levels. What does this actually need? Flint core bolts and 3 scrap. Okay, I can at least make a couple of these and probably get a decent one. Okay, and now it's time to move on. So, let's go ahead and do the... Where am I going? Under the bridge. Let's go ahead and do the mill, and then I think I will go do a bunch of turn-ins, and then head up to Darkvale Gate. Or maybe I'll do Darkvale Gate first. Do the village, get the rift in Darkvale Gate, and then go do turn-ins. That might be the better way to go. The mill is going to be sort of more south-ish. What do we got here? Ooh. This looks like something you want to be using the Inquisitor Seal for. Okay. Well, that was considerably easier than I expected. I actually thought he'd give me a little bit more trouble than that, but I'm definitely not complaining. Okay, let's just take out these clowns. There we go. And this is the mill here, but, well, anyone who's been watching the channel for any amount of time realizes that this was going to happen. Okay, here we got the Usurper. I don't know what he does. That shield would be amazing on a certain other character that I'm playing. Unfortunately, I don't share gear. Because, yeah, that would be great. Let's see. Nope. How about this one? So the Herald set is actually pretty good. If you can get it around level 35, it is worth using. +1 to all skills is very powerful. And the individual pieces are not amazing, but they are good. Yeah, this would be really nice. But anyway. Let's go ahead and clear out the mill, and then we'll be on our way. So we're here to kill, it says 18 Chthonians, but basically just kill everything. Which I'm okay with. I can manage that, I think. There we go, that should be the mill cleared. Yep, looks like, okay. I am actually going to run up to Darkvale Village, and we'll kill Zarya. Her crystals should prove no match for my 80% chaos resistance. Touch wood, fingers crossed, etc. I haven't actually killed her on a leveling character in 1.2, so I'm hoping she doesn't have some, you know, sneaky sunder that happens to go off right before her crystals fire or something like that. But I will find out when I get there, I guess. So we're into the village of Darkvale, and this is probably my second favorite area in the game when it comes to farming at level 100, because you get basically 2, maybe 3 totems on the run up here, and you also get Seals of Binding, and there is a guaranteed dynamite and a guaranteed treasure trove in the village, so you can really get some good loot in a hurry farming this place. Not guaranteed by any measure, but you can get some good stuff. And of course, if you're playing a ritualist or a conjurer, and you're playing pets, then Zarya's amulet is also potentially good for you. Okay, I think we've already had our totem, so I don't expect to get one in here. But, you know, maybe. Maybe I'm misremembering. Definitely not. I'd be able to see it. It would be just here. Okay, so dynamite is here all the time. It's guaranteed to be there every single time you come through here. And then you could potentially have your treasure trove here. Obviously mine is not. which is unfortunate. Resistant of Kings, those gloves could be really good. How are we looking for armor? Same armor? Yeah, I like those. I like those gloves better than the other ones. Of Kings is one of my favorite procs. That 10% total speed is really, really nice. You could have your totem just here. That's the one I was talking about just a second ago. Treasure trove in here potentially. Not today. Which leaves, I want to say 2 more places it could be. Yeah, that sounds right. 2 more. So 1 more just here. I'm gonna run up here and make sure I get Zarya's journal. If you haven't read all of the journal entries and stuff, all of the lore notes for the game, I definitely recommend it. It's where a lot of the lore for the game is kept. Here's my treasure trove. So this was the second to last place that I would look for it. And we did get Fortress, which I think is that Oathkeeper? It's not, but it does require a shield. So we won't be using it regardless. And then the last place the treasure trove could be is just in this building right here. Now obviously it's not going to be here this time, but it could be just here in this corner. And we'll be taking a quick detour to get the bathhouse lore note, because I like free XP. Okay, so let's talk about Zarya. Now Zarya's up here along with a devotion shrine. Strongly recommend not touching this until Zarya is dead. To kill Zarya, you need chaos resistance. You probably need vitality resistance as well, so I'm kind of tempted to put this back on just for that 10% vitality res. And basically you want to either kill her before her crystals come down, run away when you see the crystals, or kill the crystals when you see them. Can I put this back on? Is it going to be a big deal? I'll put it back on for this fight. I really want the extra resistances. Okay, so there's no way I'm going to kill her before her crystals come out. I'm going to try shooting the crystals, so as soon as they show up, I'm going to swap targets. As soon as there we go. Okay, apparently I just accidentally killed them. I don't know what happened there. I was not expecting them to die that easily. I'm really wishing right now that I was playing a Pet Conjurer, because that's a really good amulet for them. And there we go, that's the boss of Darkvale Village dead. And there's only one more kind of boss that I'm worried about, and that is Thall'Nosh, who is the boss of Darkvale Gate, which is this castle. However, before we do that, let's see if we can go and hit 37. I'm kind of not expecting it, but it would be nice to hit 37 and be able to make the new guns and get a little bit of extra damage online. So let's just keep these over here, and I am going to swap that. I definitely want the component back on that glove for the vitality resistance. I've dealt with Bolvar. Okay, we can go kill Ravok, no problem.
See anything you like?
We don't have respected yet, but something like this could be good. I'm definitely not going to use this because of this helmet with fire strike stuff on it, but maybe something like that would be okay. Actually, none of this is looking particularly good now that I'm actually looking at it. I probably would use the shoulders, but I have a triple rare, so that's going to be really hard to replace. This is going to have to go soon anyway, just because of the armor. But, I mean, we're not scaling armor anyway, so I don't know.
It's a good use.
One thing I do know, though, is that we're very close to 36, which means we're very close to another Golus's Ring, which actually, they do provide a bunch of levels on Vindictive Flame, so that's going to be good. So we'll get the total speed and also the regen from that. Let's go ahead and kill Ravok. Now, Ravok is going to be in Fort Harron, and the easiest way to get there is from the Bloodgrove Rift. And there's going to be, actually, have a quick detour to make first. So the enemies in this area is going to be the Order of Death's Vigil, which are going to be doing vitality and cold damage. And cold is not something I'm particularly good at resisting at the moment.
Come see what's left of my wares.
So let's go ahead and fix that. Buy back my component that I'm probably going to put in the bank and forget about existing.
Any more scrap metal?
What I'm looking for is probably the dense fur. Yeah, it's got to be the dense fur. And then that has to go... pretty much has to go on either the boots or the helmet. And I think it's going to be the helmet. Could also take the silk swatch off the shoulders as well.
Bring me back any blueprints.
But yeah, definitely has to go on one of those. I think we'll put it on our helmet to keep the item. There we go. Okay, so cold is now maxed. Vitality is not, but it'll be alright. Touch wood. Okay, into the Blood Rift, the Blood Grove Rift. And we're just going to head up the road here towards Fort Harron. Got some ethereals to kill here. Aether res is not horrible, not amazing. 69%, you know, it's pretty nice, but definitely would like to have more. You can just walk past those. I do like Aether crystals though, so you know, maybe I can risk permanently killing my character by walking on the Aether Fire. I mean, what could go wrong, right? Okay, there's 36, which means I have a new ring available. Alright, and I think that's enough risk for now.
I can't do that yet.
There we go. Okay, 36. Next level we are getting Aura of Censure, which I'm actually looking forward to. And for now, we will get this. That is a lot of vitality resistance we are now missing. This will take us... if we put the Soul Shard back on, that'll take us back to 56, which is... it's okay. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I do want to keep those rings, so I think I'll go and get another Soul Shard from the bank. At least in theory, I'm pretty sure I have another one. Yep, there we go. Okay, so we've got +6 to Vindictive Flame, so we got 9% total speed on here. Got a bunch of regen on there as well, and also we'll be doing physical and fire damage, kind of retaliation when we get hit, so that's looking pretty good. And with that in mind, I think we may be ready to finally go and fight the Order of Death's Vigil. I'm not loving the fact that the vitality res is only 50%, but I don't think there's much I can do about it. Already using 3 components for vitality resistance, so there's not a huge amount more. I guess I could go shopping for rings, but let's be honest, no one wants to watch that. And I don't really want to do it either. Okay, and we are in. So, the guy we want is sort of up the back on the right. Let's throw down our seal. I am also going to start picking up a lot more loot as well, because I am quite low on cash, and I think that's actually because they increased the cost of all the blueprints and faction items. So everything is way more expensive now when you're buying recipes and infection items from the various factions. And it's not a little bit either, like they really jacked the prices up. Okay, so just down here, this is where we're going to find the old man we need to kill. But before we do that, there is some dynamite over here that I want. You can see it there. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to kind of suck it through the wall, but it's fine. There we go. Now we go the other way, and there's another dynamite this way. Priest is not someone I wanted to see. Although I guess it is good that I know he's here now, because it means I'm going to be looking for the other ones in the area. Here is my good friend Master Ravok. This is the one we're here to kill, so... I'm going to kill off his friends first. I found that's usually the best way to kill bosses, is to take out their support and then worry about killing them. Having said that, I think he is summoning more and more, so maybe we just shoot him a little bit. Just a little bit. And he is going down. Damage is definitely improving on this build. It's still not amazing, but it is getting better. And I think once we get a few more things online, we will definitely be a lot better off. Okay. I think that's fine. I'm not going to use any of this, I don't think. And I have just remembered that guess who forgot to click on the desecrated shrine before he went into Darkvale Gate? That's right, this guy. So I'm going to have to run through the village again, but I think I might do that in between episodes just so you guys don't have to watch it. And that devotion point will be put right here for a little bit of extra fire, chaos, and defensive ability. And, yep. Let's go ahead and get some 15% free XP. And I think the next quest from these guys is actually one that I don't really want to do. What do we got? Okay, no, this is the ashes, so it's the one after this is the one that I don't want to do, because it will take you into the Chthonian areas, which, I mean, they're not completely death traps, but they're, you know, mostly death traps. Alright, so what do we got? Let's go back to Homestead and turn that quest in. So, back to Homestead. That quest, I think it's going to be the mill. Looks like it is the mill. I do want XP, so I'm going to wear my extra XP gear. I'm not sick of it yet, but it's going to happen eventually. What I could do is poke my head into Forgotten Gods and get the Leovinus ring for another 3%. You can also get 4%, I think, on random medals from various shops, and there's a lot you can do. It's just down to, like, how much do you want it? Because swapping your entire gear set out every time you turn in a bunch of quests gets very old very quickly. Okay. So, Darkvale Gate. There's not enough shrines in there to actually finish that constellation, so I'm going to do this in between. And I do want to... Do I have one? I don't. Next question, can I make one? Death Whisper Ointment. That is very expensive. That is really expensive. Okay, I can't craft this. But maybe I can buy one. So this is why I like Isaiah Redden. Now he doesn't have one this time. He does have some extra damage for me. But maybe next time I come back, he might have one. Alright, with that in mind, let's go ahead and do Darkvale Gate. So there's a few little fun hidden areas in Darkvale Gate. Probably the best one is just here under this bridge. If I could get my character to do what I want it to. There's this little secret stash. And then there's a couple others as well, which I will open as I walk past them. Not because I'm expecting any particularly amazing gear out of them, but just because it's fun. I actually do quite enjoy the hidden loot. There's never anything good from them, but it's always just fun to click on them. That's the end of them. Let's grab the book here. Something about the Slith as well. Lovely, lovely. Now I do want to kill off, maybe not all of these, but if I can hit 37 before Thall'Nosh, that'd be ideal. Then we can craft guns, get our new guns, and then go play with him. Because more damage is always a good thing. And we are still using level 15 guns, and we're level 36. So that is definitely not a good thing. As long as we're here, I may as well go grab the dynamite, because it'll, one, it'll give me something else to go and get, and two, give me a reason to shoot more stuff. And shooting more stuff means more XP. Which is really what I'm after. I don't actually care about the dynamite. Which is here. Maybe we can get a couple more chthonic seals as well. I wouldn't mind making a... what are they called? The skulls? The components they give chaos and vitality res. I'm blanking on the name. Sanctified Bone, I think? I wouldn't mind making one of those. I think you can only wear one. No, you can get two. You can have one on your helmet and one on your chest, and it's the Aether version you can only have one of. The Runestone one that goes on your helmet. I wouldn't mind getting a couple of those, but I don't think I'm going to have the materials available to craft it. Because they are a little bit expensive. Okay, so in this last little area, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Like I said, I do want to get 37 before I fight Thall'Nosh. I probably can get it on the next floor, but I really don't want to backtrack, so I'm just going to get it here. And as long as I'm in the area, I happen to know that there is a little secret area down here, which is going to be fun to show as well. Successfully hid behind a little wall there. So this little destructible wall, you come in here and you've got your little stash. And I don't think it's this one, but there is another one. Yeah, this one is just one and done. But there's another one where you there's a secret inside the secret, or a secret wall inside the secret wall. But that's not this one. Alright, we are getting close to 37. I'm fairly confident we're going to have that by the time we get to Thall'Nosh. Let's make sure of it though. And like I said, I'm going to show a couple of the extra little secret areas. One just here. So there's another chest or two. And this one is also a one and done. We do have a totem. Okay, that totem is going to get us to 37. So we're all good. Let's actually stand on that seal. Alright, here is the totem. Now, this is almost certainly going to get us to 37, but there is still a decent chunk more stuff to kill, so I'm now 100% confident that we will be 37 before fighting Thall'Nosh, which means we'll have to go and do a little bit of crafting, because I really want those guns. Anyhow, let's go ahead and pop this, making sure to actually use the relic that we stole. Okay, and this particular shrine will often put one or two monsters on the other side of that, so you may have to run around there. That was supposed to get me to 37 and it didn't. I'm quite upset about it. Okay, that's fine. We've got a few more things we can kill, including all of these cultists, obviously. Run through the door, just in time to get shot in the face. Okay, the last little section. This is actually cutting it quite close on 37. I thought we would actually be there by now. That's right, it should be fine. Should be fine. This is way closer than I would like. Okay, nice little secret here. So here is another one. And is it this one? It's not this one. Okay. I thought that one actually had another wall behind the wall. That one does not. So I'm thinking of a different one, or perhaps I'm just misremembering. Okay, come on. Give me that XP. Hey, there we go. No, Garu. You should be worth a decent amount of XP. Valvadar the Bloodthirsty as well. Okay, Regenerator. No problems at all. And we are so close. Look at that. There's got to be someone else I can shoot for XP. That's not even fair. Okay, well, I'm not going in there when I'm this close. So, what can we do to get a little bit of XP? You know what? Let's just go back to the Prospector's Trail here. We'll run backwards, we'll shoot a few things, and we'll get the treasure trove that's in here as well. I can't believe how close that is. If we got XP from crafting, I could just go craft the guns and that would give me the levels to use them. Okay, there we go. And you know what? I don't even want them. I will sell these though. I'm not even going to bother. You can keep your treasure trove. Alright, let's go do a little bit of crafting. And I think I'm going to craft in Homestead because percent armor. I can't remember exactly what the bonuses are, but I think the Devil's Crossing one is percent armor, which is not something I'm interested in getting on my guns. Alright, let's just sell all of this. Have a quick look at what that ring was, and it's rubbish. Okay, so, hand mortars. I want at least 2 of these, and I think I'm only going to be able to make 3. So I need to make another flint core bolt. I'm only going to be able to make 2. I'm only going to be able to make 2, because I'm going to go and buy another scrap. Just not from him. There we go. As long as I'm here, I may as well check if there is... Beautiful. I want this for fighting Thall'Nosh as well. So that will cap out just vitality. So we are okay. Now, I only get to craft 2 of these. And whatever I get is whatever I get. So, what do we get? Infernal Hand Mortar. Okay, double fireball procs. That is really good. If I could have asked for a prefix, I would have picked Infernal. And if I could ask for a suffix, I would probably pick the Scorched Ends for a different fireball. This one is Incanters, which is Replicating Missile, which is elemental damage proc. I'll take it. That's honestly way better than I expected. So, yep, pretty happy with that. Okay, let's go. I really hope I didn't clear my rift. I haven't yet. Good. Okay, okay. We're alright. Back to Devil's Crossing. So I want my Flint Core Bolts, or my Devil Touched ammo. So keep the add-on. Keep the add-on. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. And we got 3 skill points, which means... That's right, we get Aura of Censure. So this will be shredding elemental resistance. And if I had 2 more points and I could get Eldritch Fire, I'd be a very happy man. I'm not going to go spend the time to do that though. Okay. So, Vitality is maxed, Chaos is maxed. Let's go kill as a demon person. What was here? Demon's Breath. Okay, so I'm going to take this dude out. Damage is still not amazing. It's almost certainly improved, but still not particularly amazing. So when the tentacles come out, I'm going to be relocating. Here we go. That looks like something I don't want to be standing in. There's the tentacles. Now, ideally I want to kill him before he throws his crystals down, but... There we go, he's dead. Beautiful. I was going to say, if I can't kill him before the crystals go down, I will try and shoot them. There we go. So we got double Bloodsworn Signets. That's unusual. I mean, I'll take them. I'm probably going to sell them, but, you know, pretty good, pretty good. Alright, so what do we get? Vigorous as a Hurricane. Lightning Bolt. Very good. And these could be decent. Nah, we'll keep the Fireball. Alright, first thing to note is when you kill good old Thall'Nosh, make sure you leave and get the rift, because if you don't, you're going to have to do the entire castle again, and nobody wants to do the entire castle again. But yeah, very happy with those guns. Very surprised with how good they turned out. I was fully expecting to get, you know, casting speed or something useless on them. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let's see if you can see the procs going off. Those little ice spike looking things that come out is the this one? No, it's this one. The replicating missile. But anyway, that is going to be it for this episode, so thank you all very much for watching. I will see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.